The subway rumbled beneath the city as Eleanor Cole stepped onto the train, her arms burdened with groceries and a bag of medicine for her ailing mother. She maneuvered carefully, sweat beading on her brow, the rhythm of the train a sharp contrast to the chaos of her day. Commuters glanced at her with a mix of indifference and mild irritation. Somewhere near the middle of the car, a man in a tailored gray coat sat hunched forward, one hand gripping a phone tightly. His voice, low and strained, carried just enough for those near him to catch snatches of desperation. "Graham, we're just circling. I need to know where she is. I didn't want the divorce, she did. I swear I can feel she's nearby. Please help me find her." His fingers trembled slightly as he ended the call. Just then, a small voice piped up beside him. "Excuse me, sir. Can I sit here?" A little girl stood before him, her wide smile exposing two gaps where her front teeth used to be. She placed an eco bag on the seat beside him with the gentle grace of someone trying very hard to be grown up. "Of course," he said, managing a smile. The girl climbed into the seat with a soft, "finally," before settling in beside him like they were old friends. He watched her curiously. There was something oddly familiar in the way she wiped her forehead with a small towel, in the seriousness of her little movements, like a child mimicking her mother. He glanced around, wondering where her parents were, but she seemed to be alone. If my ex and I had stayed together, he thought, our child might be about her age. The idea startled him. He hadn't allowed himself to imagine that kind of future in years. Something about the child's presence was quietly stirring a place he had buried long ago. The girl, oblivious to his thoughts, watched him closely. His face reminded her of how her mom looked when she thought no one was watching. Lonely, distant, tired. She reached out in the only way she knew how. "There goes my heartbeat, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now," she began to sing softly. Heads turned. Her voice was sweet, despite the lisp caused by her missing teeth. She sang with unfiltered sincerity, and when she finished the chorus, a soft ripple of applause echoed through the car. The man's hand went to his face, brushing away a tear. That song wasn't just any song. It was the song, his song, with his ex-wife. "Why are you crying?" she asked innocently. "Did you like my singing? My mom says if someone looks sad, I should sing this song and the sadness will go away. But you still look sad." "I'm not sad because of you," he said, patting her head gently. "You helped. Thank you for singing to me. My name's Nathaniel." "I'm June," she replied brightly. "Are you alone?" Nathaniel's smile faltered for a second. "Yeah, just riding the train. My mom's sick. Our house isn't far. I went out to buy food and her medicine," she said proudly. "I won't get lost. I know all the streets." "Looks like you bought a lot," he noted, eyeing the heavy bags. "Need help carrying them home?" June hesitated. "I don't have money to pay you, but maybe I can give you this." She held up a tiny bag of jelly treats. "It's all I have." Nathaniel chuckled. "No need for payment. That's more than enough." She tilted her head. "Okay, but you only get it once the job's done." "Deal." When they arrived at her stop, Nathaniel helped her carry the bags. As they walked, she chatted about school, her favorite cartoons, and how her mom didn't let her eat too much candy. "That's our house," she pointed. "The one with the red gate." She opened it and whispered, "Mom, I'm home," then clapped her hands over her mouth. "Oops, I forgot she's resting." Nathaniel smiled. The home was small but well kept. June directed him to the kitchen and began unpacking the groceries. "Oh, I almost forgot." She unwrapped her jelly treats. "Here, there are 3. You can have one." "Thanks." "Mama, where did you go?" A weak voice called from behind them. A woman appeared in the doorway, bracing herself against the frame. "Mama." June rushed to her. "Are you still sick?" "I'm okay, sweetie. Don't worry about me." She trailed off and collapsed into her daughter's arms. "Sylvia," Nathaniel whispered, stunned. "Sir Nathaniel, please help my mom." June cried. He didn't hesitate. He carried Sylvia to the couch and covered her with a blanket. Later, after settling her in and checking her temperature, Nathaniel busied himself in the kitchen, cooking simple porridge. "You like this?" he asked June, placing a steaming bowl in front of her. "Love it," she beamed. "Mama makes it too. This is her favorite." He watched her eat with a kind of reverence. Every motion she made echoed pieces of the woman he had loved and lost. She looked up. "Are you crying again? Want me to feed you this time?" She raised a spoon. Nathaniel laughed. "Sure. I'll take a bite. After a while, he stepped outside and called his assistant. Graham, I found her. I found Sylvia. You want a doctor? Yes. Now. I'll send the address. The doctor arrived quickly. June sang softly while sweeping the house. Moments later, Sylvia stirred. Mama. June rushed to her. You're awake. Nathaniel stood back, watching. His chest ached. This was the woman he'd spent 6 years searching for after their divorce. And this girl, he was almost certain, was his daughter. I'm okay, honey, Sylvia said weakly. Mom, Sir Nathaniel helped. He made porridge and called a doctor. He's my new friend. Sylvia blinked as the name sank in. Nathaniel. He stepped forward. It's me. What are you doing here? She asked, tense. We need to talk, he said gently. June, can you give us a minute? She nodded and skipped to her room. Nathaniel and Sylvia sat across from each other. I never thought I'd see you again, she said quietly. I didn't want the divorce. I looked for you for years. You left, she said bitterly. You were never home. And then, that woman at your office. I never cheated. You didn't have to. It already felt like I'd lost you. I want to be part of her life, he said softly. She's mine, isn't she? Sylvia didn't answer right away. Yes, she whispered. I didn't want to keep her from you. I didn't know how to start over. I'll wait. Just let me be there for her. In the following days, Sylvia told June the truth. The girl, surprisingly mature for her age, accepted it with joy. You're my dad? Cool. Now I have 2 people to sing to. Time passed, and their family found its rhythm again. Nathaniel often brought June to his home while Sylvia recovered. She warned him not to spoil the child, to avoid seafood due to allergies, and made it clear she wouldn't forgive him if he ever let June down. One day, Sylvia invited him inside, a first since their divorce. I cooked too much, she said with a shrug. Might as well share. They sat together, sharing food and memories, slowly warming toward each other again. Then came a setback. Eva Monroe, the woman who had once caused rifts in their marriage, showed up at Nathaniel's office uninvited. She tried to rekindle what never existed. When that failed, she showed up at his house. Sylvia found her sipping coffee in the living room. What are you doing here? She demanded. Relax. I'm just saying hi. June ran in and protested when Eva insulted her mom. That was all it took. Sylvia dumped coffee on Eva's head, drenched her in vase water, and smacked her with flowers. Nathaniel arrived in time to break it up, but the damage had been done. You said she'd never come back, Sylvia whispered that night, holding back tears. Maybe I was wrong to trust you again. I swear it wasn't planned, he said. I'll make it right. Later, with Mia asleep, Nathaniel pleaded with Sylvia to believe him. He poured his heart out, telling her how he never stopped loving her. How he had been too weak to fight then, but not now. Tears welled up in her eyes. I still love you, she admitted. I never stopped. They embraced, kissed, and promised to start anew. June, listening through the door, cheered. Yay, you're getting married again, right? They did. A small, beautiful wedding, with June tossing flowers and beaming. Months later, their home was full again, not just with laughter, but with a newborn son. Years passed. Nathaniel and Sylvia remained strong, their bond deepened by time, forgiveness, and love. They had struggled, yes, but they had found their way back because of a little girl's song on a subway and a love that refused to fade. The end.